It's Week 12 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He comes in second in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Jaguars and the Cowboys, just ahead on E!
It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be out of the edge across the 30-yard line. There's 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Here's Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Patton. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert, he'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Jaguars at 9-2 to start play. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Matthews. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with Matthews again. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready. Pass brings up fourth. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Fields it right around the goal line. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Elliott, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 39 yards there, a big one.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Rolling to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
This defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Justin Jefferson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are once again back in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had it quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Completes it to Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Cowboys and Dak Prescott getting set to take over once more. He's coming off his 2nd interception of the game already. And remember, he was bit by the interception bug last week. He threw 2 there as well. So things trending poorly right now as he starts again here, 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And some room to run now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
120 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players. Team's first sack of the game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense. Touchdown. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can...
He's got a man complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play. 60 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. It only took him 2 plays here to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
ETN up the middle.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field that took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Third and long, it's Herbert.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
On first down, right back to Etienne.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. 2nd and 5 now. Herbert, touchdown!
Travis Etienne
from 6 yards away.
And the Jaguars will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. But CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now Prescott. Pass incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
They'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A handoff for Etienne. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Etienne once more.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Herbert now.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They snap it to Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patton.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And now they're in the hurry-up. To the air again, Herbert. is going to be intercepted a third time. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. That's back-to-back drives that have looked pretty good. The offense was moving the ball, but in both cases, the defense comes up with a big INT to get off the field.
How about the layers of intrigue that continue to get added as we watch this game unfold? Both offenses, they're a little bit discouraged with how their drives ended. How will each respond?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Throw over the middle. Pulled in here by Farrell. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. Back now in Arlington. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 15.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
They start the drive with Matthews. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN.
And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Herbert. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert. This is caught. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. Taking it in.
And the Jaguars get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This take it in at the goal line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 32-yard line. 183 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There's Prescott.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott.
And he's got some space here.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Prescott. He finds Hardy on the slant. Touchdown, Cowboys! Deontay Hardy from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things going to get more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in place.
They have to be aggressive here.
Here we go.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And they'll go again with Etienne. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And Ingram hauls it in. And he is going to have the Jaguars' 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back to the ground with Etienne. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. That it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 10, 47 seconds remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game?
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy. As late with a 1st and 10.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. The drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Now, 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
One last shot now for Prescott. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both.